What is going on, guys? Dustin here with another, well, actually not, this is actually not a review. Let's actually call this a first ever full set review. And we are taking a look at the 2016 Valvoline Pit Pals bobbleheads. Here's all the four figures. Each of them with a corresponding logo of that era. Like Kasey Kahne to the green one when Valvoline first started. Dale Earnhardt Jr. to the world's first, world's finest. Jimmie Johnson to the Valvoline All Climate Motor Oil, and Chase Elliott to today's Valvoline logo. And if you're wondering, the Mark Martin Hauler in the background, I use that just as a backdrop. So, how do I get this, you may ask? If you buy a 1 gallon or 5 quart jug of Valvoline, and if you take a picture of the copy of the receipt or mail it to them, whatever's your medium, to Valvoline site, you get to pick your choice of the bobblehead that you want. Now, when I first did this, I bought the Valvoline synthetic blend, the Max Life, the red one, and the Jimmie Johnson one was my first one. And then I was encouraged to buy 3 remaining 1 gallon jugs of Valvoline, all same name but different viscosities, and got the rest. The Dale Jr. one turned up next, and then came home from work one day and found Chase Elliott and Kasey Kahne and Chase Elliott, thus completing the set. And a cool fast fact, these bobbleheads actually entered the National Bobblehead Hall of Fame, which is pretty cool. So we're going to take a look at these bobbleheads individually with their corresponding cans. And that is going to start right now. The first bobblehead that we get is Kasey Kahne. Now, I'm doing this in order of the era of the can. So this is actually one. It used to be called the Pennsylvania Oil, later reverted to Valvoline. And if you actually look on the back, it actually has the information. And if you can't read it because it's curved, I'm going to read it all for you. Dr. John Ellis invented the U.S. petroleum industry's first brand of motor oil when he poured his refined petroleum into the stuck valves of a steam engine. Now, note back then, 1873, steam engines were a mode of transportation, freeing up the engine to move more easily. Up until its discovery, steam engines had used animal fats or vegetable oils for lubrication, both of which would break down and cause critical engine parts to stick together and ultimately corrode the engine. Refined petroleum, however, provides much better protection and wouldn't corrode metals. Ellis knew he was on to something big, calling it a perfect cylinder oil. He called this company the Continuous Oil Refining Company until 1873, to which he renamed it to Valvoline. So this is Kasey Kahne. This is the first one you get, or maybe not if it's your first. You also get another one, but to me, I'm doing it in order of the eras. So this is actually the original can. This is depicted from 1873, long before YouTube was here, before I was here, but even before this video was here. Now, note, these video reviews are going to be 5 minutes long. Yes, indeed. 5 minutes long. Alright, let's take a look at the bobblehead. Now we will first get the bobblehead. You know, basically a bobblehead design. Big head with a spring inside where his neck, inside the neck, giving it a much freely bobbled head, and also a display, which is basically his body and the display stand. Now, the coolest thing about this is that the stand is color coded, so that way if you're having trouble put which one in the can, this will actually help you out. So green goes into the green one. Kasey Kahne has on a dark gray Farmers Insurance fire suit. Fire suit is basically commonly one of his sponsors. And we also have a decal of Valvoline, Hendrick Motorsports, Great Clips, and Chevrolet. He's also holding a helmet, which is also sculpted in. Yes, his head does bobble. And here's also the back. And he also has shoulders as well, the blue and the white, which is actually adds in a nice touch. Yeah, I think there's a sharp pain below my armpit, which actually hurts. His hair is actually much of a dark brown, like light dark brown, but it actually shows up as like dark brown on camera. I like the facial features they added in for him. This is actually one of the two drivers that does not have a beard, has gray eyes. Yes, sporting a smile. So, anyway, we're also going to take a look at another one as well right now. Alright, we're also taking a look at another bobblehead, and it's also NASCAR's most popular driver, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Yes, he is shaking his head. Yes, he likes to be reviewed. And this is also our 1916 to 1980 Circa can. This is also the beginning of the true emergence of American auto racing. Not only did the design of automobiles and race cars and engines all take gigantic steps forward, the sport begins to recognize and attract some of the most talented drivers of the history. Go along with this brimming national interest, Valvoline introduced the first high-performance racing oil in 1965, known as VR-1. This product was immediately adopted by top racers across the world for its ability to maintain performance under the toughest, hottest conditions imaginable. And here's a little cool note. All these cans have Valvoline's 150 years logo on all of them. So we're actually taking a look at Dale Earnhardt Jr. from the top of his head. He has a very neat facial construction. It has a dark brown hair all over. It also has a facial hair going. Facial hair, goatee, and mustache. He's also one of the only Pit Pals bobbleheads to not show his teeth. And he also has kind of like a light brown actually not a light brown, but like a light gray eyes. Actually looks cool. From the from the torso to the legs, mostly it's all blue, but there's also some white details added. Since he is sponsored by Nationwide Insurance, and all drivers of these Pit Pals have Valvoline and Hendrick Motorsports and Chevrolet. I like the white detail they added in, such as shoulders, his arms, and also down his fire suit. Earnhardt Jr. sponsors include Nationwide Insurance, Exalta Paints, and Mountain Dew. The black line that runs down the middle is basically his zipper. And on the back includes his website up at the top, his Twitter at Nationwide88. Also has his Nationwide Insurance. Nationwide's on your side. I'm not sure what this black part is in the middle. It's kind of weird. This also includes a white base to go with the corresponding can. Actually, I put it in the light so that way you can be able to see without that shadow. So yeah, first high-performance racing motor oil in 1965, known as BR-1. So yeah, take that, Mobil 1, you rich, expensive, high-priced. Man, I can think of every single insult for Mobil 1 right now. Even though they are expensive. I got these motor oil through rollbacks from Walmart. I bought the Max Life synthetic blend oil. Also, we're actually going to take a look at Jimmie Johnson up next. Now, our third bobblehead is actually my favorite driver's bobblehead. We're also taking a look at a Jimmie Johnson Pit Pal bobblehead, also a Valvoline motor oil can from circa 1980 to 1987. This is when Valvoline introduced the all-climate motor oil, the 10W30, and it even included how to change your own motor oil on the side of the package. That's kind of funny because now these days there's instructional videos on how to do it on YouTube. I'll leave a link down to the best one that I ever done, but I may do a tutorial one day. Who knows? I was originally supposed to do it, but something changed. So this is an oil can from 1980 to 1987. Now, it may not seem like much of a challenge today, but changing weather conditions used to wreak havoc on engines across America. Now, the extreme cold will make motor oil incredibly thick. It will put additional strain on the engine. Now, extreme heat would thin motor oil, limiting the protective ability. Asking drivers change their grade of motor oil several times a year, Valvoline developed the all-climate motor oil, specifically designed to be able to handle extreme temperatures on both ends of the thermometer. Who knows if it's the freezing cold or the excessive heat? Valvoline was also the first motor oil, just like I said, to include instructions how to change your motor oil on the side of the package. Now these days, it's just an instructional video. Let's take a look at this Jimmie Johnson bobblehead. It includes a yellow display stand, and also this band right here is yellow, so it'll help you out figuring out which is which. And I forgot they also have the driver's numbers on here, so that way You can't get which one confused. Obviously, 48, Jimmie Johnson. 88, Dale Jr. Kasey Kahne, 5. And we're also going to be taking a look at the young gun, Chase Elliott. Up next, he drives the iconic number 24. He also has, kind of looks like a dark brown hair. Yeah, dark brown hair. Also has a facial hair. And actually in person himself, he actually has much of a stubble, kind of like, actually not a stubble, like a darker stubble. It includes brown eyes, which is actually first, because the others were actually, has like a light gray color. His fire suit is depicted of his low scheme. He has black shoes, and he actually has detail of both white and dark gray, just like his car. And his only sponsors is Lowe's and Cobalt. And of course his bobblehead, pretty cool. Bobbles like no tomorrow, and also smiles at you as well. He's even smiling at his camera as we speak. Now, the bag just basically has his Lowe's scheme, which is pretty okay. And we're also going to put this along with the gang that I've been reviewing. And we're also going to take a look at Chase Elliott, which is coming up next. Now we're also going to be taking a look at our fourth and final bobblehead we're actually reviewing, and it's Chase Elliott's bobblehead with the Valvoline can. Now this is actually the 1987 to right now, and how much things changed, including the logo. We're actually now into the modern day period. Yep. Now, a lot of things changed underneath the hood the last 30 years. Engines are a lot more complex. Carburetors are now a thing of the past. Computers now playing the role of performance of automobiles. Well, yeah, really, it's amazing. But the one thing that never changed is how we pour every single ounce of oil in our hearts to make sure it meets our ever-increasing demands that we place in our vehicles. From high mileage to high performance, count on Valvoline to help you get the most out of everything you put in your vehicle. And I hate you, Mobil One. You and your expensive oil. At least even though Mobil One is the official motor oil for NASCAR, but I'd say the first ever racing oil is still Valvoline. Well, here's actually his bobblehead. He actually looks younger. He's actually younger in this one than the others. And what's pretty cool about it is he has actually multicolored. He has more than 3 colors on. And we have blue, we have black and yellow. We also have red and white upon his shoulders. His only sponsor is Napa Auto Parts. He has a gray display stand. And Chase Elliott is the son of NASCAR champion Bill Elliott. Also has blue eyes, looks like he has bushy eyebrows, and Chase Elliott is the future of NASCAR. Now that I have reviewed all bobbleheads, what do I think of them? They're amazing. That's all I gotta say. Nobody can beat Valvoline. Not Mobil One, not Quaker State, not, what is it, Motorcraft from Ford, they're exclusive. Quaker State, they got me messed up, not Shell. To be honest, the last oil that I had in my truck was Rotella Shell. And let me tell you, I use 15W40 for it. It's not very good for me. And many people asking, what kind of motor oil would I refer for my vehicle? Check your owner's manual. It doesn't matter if it's conventional, synthetic blend, or full synthetic. I use synthetic blend for my truck, and she is still running like it's brand new. Change your oil every 5,000 miles or 75,000 miles. Depends on what kind of oil you have. So anyway, the bobbleheads, they all look cool. And I believe this may be the first ever only video uploaded with the bobbleheads. This is the full complete set that I have. There's one full set that I've seen go for $160. That is about nearly $200 right now. So these are the gang. They're saying like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel for more reviews. Oh yeah, if you actually seen a little preview, I will be doing a review of the Romulan drone shortly. Right now I'm just on a busy schedule. I may get it done on Monday and have it uploaded on that same day as well. So whatever happens first is going to happen. So anyway, my name is Dustin, and I will see you later.